right, let's talk about AI because everyone is freaking out. AI is going to take my job. AI is going to take over. Look, I get it. The fear is real, but I think a lot of people are looking at this completely wrong. So in college, I took a class called Living with Technology. And one of the things that we talked about was the problem solution cycle. And here's how it works. Every single time a new technology is invented, it creates new problems. But those problems also create new opportunities for value creation. Let me give you an obvious example, the car. So when the car was invented, it was incredible, but immediately you had problems. There weren't roads built for cars, and the infrastructure didn't exist. Also, the people selling horses, their businesses probably took a hit, absolutely. But here's the thing. People still ride horses today. The horse didn't disappear, the opportunity just shifted. With the invention of the car, a whole new opportunity came into place. We still needed roads, we still needed infrastructure, and the cars needed better engines. The cars weren't very fast and they weren't very fuel efficient, so a whole new wave of opportunity was created. And then what happened? Well, the cars got too fast, people started dying, so someone had to invent the seatbelt, airbags, and then traffic laws, and even auto insurance. So with the invention of this new technology, there were endless problems, but also endless opportunities. Now let's go one step back further. The printing press. So before the printing press existed, there were entire cities, entire economies built around people copying things into a physical ledger by hand. That was a real job, and that's how information was moved. And when the printing press came along, people were genuinely pissed. There's actual historical events of people destroying printing press machines because they were so threatened by what this meant for their livelihoods. But the printing press didn't end work completely. It created new jobs, it created publishing, it created journalism, it created advertising, it created a whole wave of opportunity that didn't exist before. So back to AI. If you don't know me, I'm Silas. I run an online music coaching business at silasmusic.com. I also worked in IT for several years, and then I went on to work at Apple, the biggest technology manufacturers in the entire world. And in those experiences, I watched technology automate things in real time. A lot of information technology works and consists of system administration, data analysis, back-end tasks, and a lot of that is just data manipulation. And AI is already doing a lot of that, more of it every single year. So a lot of those jobs will go away. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they're not. But here's what I've learned from running my own business. AI is beginning to save me a lot of time. Content creation, clipping, editing. Tools like Opus Clip are now doing things that used to take me hours and doing them in minutes. And what can I do with more time? I can actually spend more time coaching. I can actually spend more time making music for myself. And I can focus on higher leverage activities that actually help me and my business. And look, a lot of people ask me if AI is going to replace musicians. And here's my honest answer how I see it right now. So you can play piano in a digital audio workstation, and you can record it, and you can play it back, and you can generate entire chord progressions with just a prompt. That exists right now. But there are still people that want to learn how to play piano and will pay for piano lessons. People still want to sit down and figure out how to make things with their own hands. And there is inherent value in the act of creating. It's fulfilling and it's one of the most enjoyable things to do. And AI doesn't erase that. It can actually make it more interesting. So here's where I'm going with all of this. AI is going to create a lot of problems. Environmental impact, power usage, reliability, not to mention the socioeconomic impact of the people controlling these technologies. It's also going to create problems with what's real and what's not. Trust verification, human connection. These are all real problems that we don't have good solutions to yet. But if you can position yourself right now to identify what these problems are and start building solutions around them, this is where enormous value is going to be created. And you don't have to be a genius to know these things. You don't have to be an engineer. And AI has already lowered the barrier to entry lower than it's ever been in human history. The people that are going to win this moment are probably the people that are the early adopters and can identify problems. The ones that are actually paying attention, and not the people worrying about, is AI going to take my job, but rather, what problems is AI creating that nobody has solved yet? Or what problems can I solve with AI? So if you can find a problem and build a solution, that's where you can make money.